bit more concerned with this one, and just looking at this, I know we're getting a little higher up in the atmosphere as far as the radar beam goes, but this area might be one to watch in the next couple of minutes here.
Yeah, it's definitely a little bit of concern that I'm sure the National Weather Service will continue to watch, because if that continues to hold, they will most likely go with another tornado warning, and that could be the case. We could have these little rotations just lined up along with these rain bands that move from the south to the north and northwest as they rotate around the center of Laura. Also, one note, we have a new flash flood warning that has been posted for the Little Rock Metro at this time. So let me show you that real quick. Because of rain, it's adding up out there very quickly. And let me just take off the observed precipitation, but look at the blanket area of flash flood warnings. So we have just many counties under flash flood warnings, all associated with that steady band of very heavy rainfall taking place. And now we've got the flash flood warning that's been issued for southern parts of Saline County, southern parts of Pulaski County, but all of Jefferson County, Grant County, and Hot Spring County under that flash flood warning until now. We're going into almost 8 o'clock. So that means farmland, low-lying areas, poor drainage areas, small creeks and streams, those typical problem areas, they will most likely start to experience some flash flooding. Hopefully it's just minor, but there could be also some moderate flash flooding just because this band of rain is not going anywhere anytime for the next 1 to 2 hours. And they are looking at that signature that you pointed out, Garrett, saying that if it continues to intensify, they will likely go with the tornado warning with that rotation.
The southern one?
Starting to wind up near Rowe. I think that's
near Rowe, farther to the north. Okay.
Let me just read this real quick, just to make sure.
We've got that. We've got the one near Rowe. We have the one near DeWitt. The one near Rowe definitely looks like it's a little stronger now. And that's what's tricky with these storms is they do tend to cycle. They're cyclical like that, and you'll end up with some tight pockets of rotation that quickly vanish, and then new ones will pop up somewhere else. Similar, but not really to the lines of storms. Oftentimes we get squall lines with those spin-up tornadoes that occur. This is a similar fashion in that it's occurring within a line and that it's usually brief, but they can still be some fairly strong, as you mentioned, Nathan, EF0, EF1 tornadoes as they move through.
And it looks like they're going to cancel that tornado warning for Fairmount, Slovak. That rotation has weakened just enough now that they're saying it's no longer a threat to produce a tornado. There still could be some gusty winds, don't get me wrong. And that one close to Rowe, that doesn't look as significant. So there are no tornado warnings in effect at this time. You can see there it goes, disappears from Prairie County and into Lono County. But we're still gonna have to watch this over the course of the next few hours with the peak daytime heating. You got these bands of rain moving in. So we'll continue to monitor things very closely here in the THV 11 Weather Department. Really the big concern, the major concern is going to be the threat of flash flooding. So watch out for that through the course of the evening, and also the winds. Let me show you what kind of winds we've been picking up. If I can find that graphic real quick here on the spot. Here are the winds max that have been recorded throughout the day from official observation sites. It's just going to load for me real quick. We've been seeing wind gusts as high as 55 to 57 miles per hour in southern parts of the state. And there you see it right there, 56 mile per hour wind gusts in El Dorado, 47 mile per hour wind gusts in Little Rock, and they saw a 52 mile per hour wind gusts in Pine Bluff. Let's take one more look at the radar just to make sure everything's still behaving itself and we're not seeing any more rotations start to develop. These are going to be very quick. Sometimes when you get right on air, that's when the rotation disappears and then the tornado warning will go away. So we could have tornado warnings that last for maybe 5-10 minutes. That's how quick these spin-ups can be. And it's just something we'll be watching through the course of the evening. Things will start to wind down going into tonight. So let's take a look at the radar one more time here. And we're not seeing anything of concern. They're still having that tornado warning show up on here. I don't know exactly why that's still showing up. I think the system is lagging behind because I'm not seeing any rotation with that tornado warning. So just ignore that. But I'm not seeing anything of concern to the south or east of that. There's just that little green area right there.
They weakened fast, didn't they?
Around 165, yeah. So with that, heavy rain, gusty winds will continue over the next few hours. Things will improve throughout the day on Friday. We'll have all the latest forecast details coming up at 5.
Yeah, I had a mimosa.
Yesterday morning, you had ordered alcohol.
Do you have a problem with alcohol?
No.
But you were a lifeguard, and you got fired
Yeah.
for falling asleep on the lifeguard stand.
Yeah, I did. At first, I kind of thought I was dreaming, and I'm like, oh, I fell asleep way longer than 2 minutes.
Because you were drunk the night before and hung over on the lifeguard stand.